I decided to stop using RIZZ on women. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not going to be for the reason that you think it is, but I'm no longer running game out here. And I'll tell you why. If you are successful at rizzing up the woman or running game, you got the good mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. If it works, the bad part about it is you can't get rid of her. It's hard to get rid of a woman when you are good at rizzing them up. This is what I found out, because most guys are trying to get good at game. You're trying to get good with your mouthpiece. You're trying to get good at RIZZ. And it depends on what's your end result. Because me, where I'm at, I'm just passing by. I don't want them to like me too much because I'm just passing by. Now, if you were trying to find a long-term girlfriend or wife, maybe having some RIZZ and stuff can help you, because it's really just manipulation. You're emotionally manipulating them to like you or be more attached to you. That's really what this is about. And I'll tell you where I first read about this, and then I saw it in practice, which that's what you do. Anytime you look at a YouTube video, you hear the information, you need to practice something to fully understand it. And so that's why it's taken me 15 years to understand why running game is dangerous sometimes. And I got this from Robert Greene's book called The Art of Seduction. If you don't know who Robert Greene is, he's made a lot of famous bestseller books such as 48 Laws of Power, which is probably his most famous one. But I read 3 or 4 of his books. I read 48 Laws of Power. I read The Art of Seduction. I read the 50th Law, the one that he did with 50 Cent. And I read another one. I forgot the third one because I can't keep up with them. I read them over. All of these I read about 15 years ago. Or 12 years, 13 years. And in The Art of Seduction, it tells you, when it teaches you how to seduce different personality types, it tells you there's a danger to doing this, because it tells you to choose your target wisely. If you choose your target wisely and you successfully seduce them, you may have issues with how in love they become with you, how infatuated they are, how attached they are. And I figured this out too from just real experience, guys. And you might be looking at it like, what kind of video is this? Who doesn't want their woman to be? Yeah, it's cool. But I'll tell you right now, even having a submissive woman, that's like the big thing, right? Oh, I want this submissive woman and she's gonna do everything I say. All right, that's cool, right? But the one thing you don't know is, if your personality is not right for it, you're not going to enjoy fully having a submissive woman, because they literally are going to want to go everywhere with you. They're going to be attached to you. I've had one woman, she cried when I wanted to go out and hang out with my guys by myself, because she didn't know what to do when she just had a long time by herself. It was just her always being around me, always depending on my energy. Like, you have a submissive woman, you have to make all the decisions. You have to decide what you're going to eat every single day. You can't sit and ask her what you want to eat for dinner, because she's going to say, I don't know, you decide. Or she's going to say, it's whatever you want to do. It's whatever you want to eat. So you have to plan activities. You have to basically take the lead 100% of the time. If you want a submissive woman, you're going to be taking the lead 100% of the time. And if your personality is not right for it, it's going to be annoying. Because yeah, she might be giving great customer service in the evenings or whenever you need it. She might be getting in all these positions and doing spontaneous things with you, but it comes at a cost. You have to pay a cost to be the boss. She's gonna make you the boss, so you gotta be the boss. If you're not used to being a boss in any of your other relationships, you get a submissive woman, it's gonna feel like a lot of work to you. Now, that's part of the reason why, but like in general, like I said, I'm just a traveler. I'm passing through town. So I personally do not want most women to be attached to me. And that's why I'm going to just stop running game, guys. If you're really learning stuff, you got desires, because I know you guys are different. I'm not like the average guy. I don't want to find some long-term woman that's just going to live with me forever and all this stuff. I've actually been through a lot of different situations. I've lived with a woman for over 10 years, been married, all that stuff, done all that, and now it's just not something I want. But if you're younger, I have a lot younger crowd that watches the videos, especially guys like in their 20s, haven't really experienced much yet. I could understand why you're going to want that, but I'm just sharing my personal thing, and I'm not telling you to do what I do. I say if you haven't experienced a bunch of stuff, go experience it. If you want to experience marriage, and it's probably going to blow up and fail either way, I'd rather you just go and experience and see if it fails. Some guys just say don't get married. You can see enough cases out there now what happens when people get married. I don't have to repeat that stuff to you. And I know most guys want romance and they want partners and love and all this stuff anyway. So I can't really stop you. You know what I'm saying? And I got my seatbelt on because I'm driving. So guys, you can decide for yourself. But even when I read The Art of Seduction, a very highly recommended book, go back and read it for yourself. If you want to learn these powerful things, because I've been doing this since I've been 16, man. I've been running game and being able to successfully get women, since high school. Like by the time I graduated high school, let's say I'm age 18, I was probably already was with 18 girls by age 18. All right, not to brag, but I'm just telling you like how much practice I had into this. That was from age 18. Now I'm age 36, so twice that age now. Been running game in RIZZ, like I said, exceptional. I had a 10-year relationship where I wasn't doing that during the 10-year relationship, but right before it, steady rotation, constant stuff going on. And then right after I got out of that situation, the 10 years, pick right back up where I left off, because nothing really changes once you learn women. A lot of it doesn't change. It's just experience that builds on itself. But that's what I wanted to tell you guys, man. I'm no longer running RIZZ. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them actually liking me. And you got to be careful for yourself. If you really want a girl to like you, then do it. But if you're trying to use a woman, maybe you just want to sleep with a woman. Maybe you don't really want them to like you a whole lot. You got to be careful about that. And you might want to find a way to be somewhat honest about that too. Is, hey, this ain't really like a super romantic, I like you situation. I'm here for something, but I could provide something to you. You might have to figure out how you're going to do that. But that's it, guys. Tell me what you think down below. Do you still use RIZZ? You run game? You still trying to figure it out? Where are you at with your life? What's your decision that you decide to make when it comes to dealing with women and dating relationships?